Hi, everybody. It's Caterina. I love doing these now. I used to be really shy about doing them, but I'm pretty happy with them now. It's easier to do. So, good morning, everybody. A good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be right now in this world of ours. I found something on Pinterest this morning where I also have the relationship that works page, and it's about emotional intimacy, which is part of my course that I'm going to be teaching. And it was written by Elizabeth Gilbert. So I wanted to share some of the points with you and just remind you that emotional intimacy is rare with people. True emotional intimacy is really rare, and it's so intimate and so beautiful. And once you experience it, you never want to be without it for sure. So there are 14 signs of emotional intimacy, and I'll go into that in more detail in my course or in one of the seminars I'll put out there in a little while. So the first one is you engage deeply in meaningful conversations. Have you ever had time where you just want to spend all day, all night talking to the same person, and you just get into such wonderful new topics every single time, or you revisit other ones and you just have the greatest time and time just flies by? Have you ever had that? It's pretty special. You feel safe to share your insecurities and your dreams. That one has been really hard for me over the years. I have not been as easily, I haven't had it as easy that way. I didn't want to share my dreams. I didn't want to share my insecurities because I always wanted to be the strong one. And because I thought if I talked about my dreams, then they would quickly be dashed. Um, but that's not the case. When you have emotional intimacy, it really is all encompassing as far as how great you feel within that time together. You have the space to show up as you are from moment to moment. So whether that's good, bad, or ugly, you have the space from each other to be able to do that. You feel genuinely heard, seen, and understood. That is such a gift because you don't have to hide anything at all. You feel accepted for your quirks, for your silliness, whatever. You feel totally accepted without judgment. You encourage each other to grow, and that's a big one for me, that's for sure. I haven't had that too often. You encourage and support each other to grow, which is what I just said, and your autonomy is celebrated. If you can do that, not only do you have emotional intimacy, you have trust, you have a deep connection. If you can do all that, that's pretty cool. You're comfortable being vulnerable and imperfect. So by being vulnerable, I mean you're sharing some of your deepest, darkest things that nobody else has ever heard, ever, anywhere else. And that's very empowering to be able to share that with somebody. You share inside jokes or shared experiences. That's lovely. And you're at ease with silence. When you're just sitting there and there's no talking at all, it's all okay. It's still good. There's nothing wrong with that because it actually adds to the intimacy of the moment too, because you can be comfortable in that space. Yep. And then the other one is you value non-sexual touch as much as sexual touch. How beautiful is that? Because it doesn't have to always be about the sex. It doesn't have to be sex first, then let's talk later. It doesn't have to be, sex only and, let's do that every other week or whatever. It's more intimate sometimes than the sexuality of it all. You hold each other accountable, so you keep get her done. That's the saying. Let's get her done. You do this, you go get it done, and you success leaves clues. And so if you can be held accountable for what you need to do, what you need to get done, and what you want to do by somebody who cares, then you're on your way. You're actually going to feel empowered enough to go ahead and do that. So you also leave space to express emotional stuff freely, whether it's the highs or the lows, doesn't matter. You feel free to do that. And what better place can you do that than with somebody that you have emotional intimacy with? There's no other better place. And you have a deep, deep respect for each other. Elizabeth Gilbert, I don't really know much about her, but I do know that I found this today and I was very excited to share it with you. Is something that I teach to people, and it's something that I live by in certain relationships, obviously, especially one. But I think that it's important for people to know that they can get there. With my help, with somebody else's help, doesn't matter as long as you're getting what you need to be able to explore that and express that and feel how good that is in your relationship. It really lightens the load for each other. It really heightens the passion, I think, for each other and for life itself, just because there is somebody that really actually gets you and wants to hear you, see you, and understand you. So I hope this helps some of you. And if you're really wanting to make some of those big shifts in your life, talk to me. I'm here for you. And I have that free session that you can have, or you can come to the 3 day Relationships That Work challenge and just check it out. It's fantastic. It's free. It's 1 hour every day for 3 days. And be happy to see you there. So message me, talk to me, email me, or just sign up for the 3 day seminar, and I'd be happy to go over all that with you. I'm excited that this came across my desk this morning because I love this topic in particular, and I love sharing it with my clients and with my friends and with my loved ones. All right, have a great day and take good care.